My name is Piet Grobler. I'm Joint Course Leader in Illustration at the University of Worcester. I've been illustrating books for several years, professionally since 1990. I think the fact that I grew up on a farm in South Africa, in the savannah of the bushveld, I think had an influence on my picture books. I've always been fond of drawing caricatures of animals and wild animals. I think the warmth of the continent and the vibrancy might be reflected in the fact that I like to use bright colors in my picture books. So I believe one's origins and roots have an influence on your pictures. When I was really young, since I can remember, I was just hooked on drawing pictures. And as a child, we didn't even have that many drawing books. I grew up in Africa, but we would even use the envelopes on which my dad got his mail. We would tear them open and draw on the inside of that. So any paper that we could lay our hands on, my brother and I drew on. I always have been drawn to caricatures. And even at school, I would draw caricatures of the teachers or of the other children. So that was something I enjoyed, and I still have a tendency to include humor in many of my books, picture books. As a practitioner in illustration, I am quite aware of the pitfalls, but also the areas of focus that's necessary for the industry. I think my knowledge of working with a variety of publishers in South Africa and also in Europe and England, I think helped tremendously to sort of give me a broad understanding of the area. And I think, therefore, I am able to communicate that with the students, and I think they could benefit from the practical experience. It's quite hard to work as an illustrator because you've got so many people who commission you, pay for your work. Very often you're not your own master. But here you've got 3 years where you've got briefs and you're expected to be experimental. If students could just really indulge in this luxury that they have to be making pictures and experiment with all kinds of fields of illustration. I mean, it's really great. Just think, to be able to make a career out of pictures, some people have to do maths for their job every day. You know, we play, we make pictures. It's wonderful, but you have to work hard in order to afford this luxury of playing for a living. One really has to put in the hours to draw, observe, be aware of the world around you. We work for so many disciplines, so you have to be interested in life, film, music, theatre, literature, politics, all of that. You can't be an illustrator if you don't read, if you're not interested in the world around you. It's hard to imagine a world without illustration. Picture books especially are the first introductions that a child has to art. It's democratic. It's art for every man. You find it in newspapers, magazines, picture books, education. In all fields of communication, you will find illustration. That's quite a privilege to be working in such a discipline that's so interdisciplinary and is interested in so many fields.